Hey, my name is Link and today we have something a little different. This time we are making a Bokoblin. It's an enemy from a game called The Legend of Zelda. I know this is not the typical Pokemon, but I wanted to make a character that is more complex this time. As always, I start with the head and I tend to do the big shapes first. As usual, this is made with speed in mind, and I'm only using 1 or 2 pictures for reference. For this character, I'm thinking about a mix of a pig and a gremlin basically. Pro tip, you can change the settings of the brush to affect only the front faces. This way you can sculpt the front of the ear and don't worry about the other side. When I was starting with sculpting, I wondered which brushes to use. Seeing that Blender includes so many different brushes, I didn't know where to start. But with time, I realized that generally you only need 3 or 4 brushes to sculpt practically anything. Normally, I use the grab brush a lot. It's basically like having clay in your hands and pulling and pushing things. If you have seen my other episodes, you may already be familiar with this technique. I add a single vertex and then extrude it with E, making the shape of the arm. Then I add a skin modifier with a subdivision surface modifier. This way you can make arms and legs pretty fast. In most cases, this technique is useful to make the main form of the leg or the arm, of the fingers, or of practically anything. But then you have to apply the modifiers and sculpt. always, if you want to make a more lifelike character, you have to use a lot of reference. For example, in this case, search for pictures of arms and maybe bodybuilders to understand the structures of the arm. It is useful to have a board with a lot of pictures of the anatomy. For characters is basically required. You can use any software. In this case, I'm using a free one. It's called PureRef, and you can save a lot of pictures and have a board of anatomy, for example. For this call, I didn't know if I wanted to make something more realistic or something more cartoony like the reference. So I went for a mix of both. Don't do what I'm doing. Please use a reference for this call. For the clothes, I'm using a plane and modeling around the character. I'm not using mirror in this one because it's not symmetric. I will be using two modifiers for this one, a solidify modifier and a subdivision surface modifier. The solidify is for the thickness of the cloth and the subdivision surface is for the smoothness of the shape. If you look closely, I'm using a very low resolution for the clothes. I'm basically just modeling. You can mask a shape and then use the operator mask extract. This is very useful to make clothes in the shape of the body, or in this case for a bracelet. The nails follow the same principle of the clothes. It's a plane that I shape it and then use the solidify modifier. this is it. This is the final result. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, thanks for watching.